Hi, this is Paul from pauleaston.com. This is me doing my weekly roundup. Just let me get rid of glasses there. The reflection's a bit rough. So this is a new year, so new changes, and I thought I'd go through a couple of tools in that I use, for general online marketing that I wouldn't be without, just to make life easier in the new year for sure. So the real first one is Gmail, right? Gmail underutilized a lot. People don't realize how powerful it actually is. And the reason I like it the most is the search feature within it. So that's the first point, is if you've sent something or if you can't find something, it's in there and it's easy to find. Outlook doesn't have that. I've always found Outlook to be clunky, and only used by big corporates because that's the system they use. So one thing that people don't realize within Gmail is there a setting, and you'll be able to find the setting in the back end, which allows you to, as soon as you reply to an email, it takes it out of your inbox. And that gets rid of the clutter because I have a lot of email coming in and a lot of things going on. Yeah, have check the settings and you reply to email, and then it archives the email that's sent. I always archive everything. I never delete anything. That way I can still search it again later. So that's my first one, is Gmail. Um, the next one is probably not a very well-known one, but it's called RoboForm. It is a paid tool. I think it's $25 a month, $25 a year, should I say, something like that. But it grabs and hangs on to all my passwords for all sites or everything. And the best part about it is you can actually then download it you can download it as a PDF, so you've got a copy of it as well. I've been using it for years. It's got a lot of my passwords in there, and it alerts me if any of them have become unsecure or been found on other sites or anything like that. So that is my next tool for today. It's called, let me double check, is it roboform.com? Pretty sure. I'm always using that. Now, this third one is the one that I've used for a lot of my videos, and it's called ScreenRec. I think it's screenrec.com probably. And that allows me to record a video. Let's say, for example, you're working with someone and you can't explain something quickly. All you do is you open ScreenRec, it grabs the video, you video the screen, or you can do it as a picture as well, and it puts your picture down the bottom corner. And say you're trying to explain something on to, especially with clients, is that if you are trying to explain how to change something or change a setting, it's as simple as you going across the screen, it recording the whole screen. You hit stop, and when you hit stop, you automatically get a link, and you send that link to the person you want to watch the video. It's as simple as that. There is Loom around as well, which is a similar alternative. Always found Loom challenging because the way it does work, and it's good if you're on a screen, like for a browser. But if you go onto a Word document or another document, it seems to have problem following that. Um, and it just seems to be a little bit more clunky. ScreenRec is free. I think it's got a large usage level, which you can use it for quite a long time without it going up to a paid element. And the links stay there forever. And I've used it several times, including the images, and allows you to download the videos. It's just really simple to use. Now, some things I'm noticing in the new year. So this has been popping up in the new year, and a little bit of a prediction from me. So I'm noticing Nvidia spending a lot of time in the new chips, and I'm seeing that the new chips are coming out. Now, this is being driven by AI, the higher performance, and I see a big jump in computer performance coming up because what's happening is it's a bit like the chicken and the egg. The want for powerful processors for AI is in driving needing powerful processors, and NVIDIA stock is also up because of that. So they're going to need that circle to come in, and I can see a large jump in computing power where it's been like that for years where it has been jumping, but I see a large jump coming because laptops and that are going to have to push up to use the new processing power, and everything will stack into it. I think it's going to be an exponential growth as these chips come in. Still, standard process, these chips become available and they're expensive, and then they get in wide use, and then the price drops, and then more people use them. That's a general process. And while I'm on AI, so one thing I did notice this week, which is interesting, I got some insights into someone who was employing new people, and it's clear that AI has become more mainstream because those two people that they're in discussion with had two different CVs, different locations, everything different. But a couple of the lines within each of the CV or resume, wherever you are, were exactly the same. And that tells me that someone's been using some AI software to generate their CV and they haven't checked it or they haven't made it. Look, there's no doubt that AI is going to have a big impression. I just made a couple of videos. Actually, I'll link to the video below, the one I did on where I see it going on YouTube, because I believe AI is a tool to be used, but it's also you need a brain over the top. AI will generate a lot of things that aren't necessarily true or right or useful, and you still have to be the guiding force. A bit like having a Ferrari and a driver who's got no license. So where the skills you need to learn up is to be able to ask better questions. And I've had this several times where I generate something with an AI and it doesn't give me the answer because I haven't asked the specific enough question. Tools that I am using for AI at the moment is ChatGPT. Then there is Claude. Claude is quite a technical element. I generated a form. I've got no HTML or coding experience. I generated a form, and I'm going to have another go at a different form today too. But I don't need the technical experience. Claude will generate the code for you. That's where its strength is. And to what I'll tell you what I'm going to do today is I'm going to generate a share code. You know, if you see the Facebook share button, I'm going to see if I can generate one of those for a posts so that I can show, and I'll show you how to do this in my group too, which I'll link to below. So we'll generate that as well and just look at the changes in, and then there's Perplexity. Perplexity.ai. Imagine Google plus AI, and it gives really detailed answers. I've talked about them before. Again, go and check it out. Go and use it. That's free as well. Ideogram, should I speak, remember. Generates great images. It is really slow because you're on a free level, but at the same time, you can actually generate the images, and it's the advantage of Ideogram, should I say again, is that it is very good with dealing with words and getting the words right. And that's where it has an advantage and is rather accurate compared to the others. So that's the ones that I'm pushing out. I am pushing out on YouTube, and I'll link to my YouTube below as well. I think there's a lot of things coming into AI, but I think the authenticity is what I try and bring. I think that'll still always be there. There'll be hundreds of people doing different information on different things, but authenticity and talking to a real person is still important. I don't think that will ever be there. I just think that you need to work out how authentic a person is. And I actually put up a video that said, I will never refer you to something just because I make a commission on it. I think there's a lot of that going on YouTube, and I'm seeing a lot of that. But it is, look, I've met some fantastic people and followed some great people on YouTube as well. But yeah, who do you want to connect with? Who's authentic to what you want to do? Who fits with what you want to do? That's where things are going to go in the future, and they'll always be there. People do business with people at some point in time. So that's enough for me for today. I'm going to keep it really simple and really short. So I hope you've got something out of this, and I'm going to get a little bit more proactive within my group, which I'm linking to below if you're watching this on YouTube. But this is my 2025 update. Bye for now.